Harlan be happier playing with kids his own age?
I would rather chew off my own foot.
If you ever imagined a rock musician writing a comic book series, then you need to read The Umbrella Academy by Gerard Way. Gerard is the lead vocalist and co-founder of the rock band My Chemical Romance. Before this, he also wrote the comic miniseries The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys. The Umbrella Academy is an American superhero streaming television series based on the comic book series by Gerard. Created for Netflix by Steve Blackman and developed by Jeremy Slater, it involves around a dysfunctional family of adopted sibling superheroes who reunite to solve the mystery of their father's death and the threat of an impending apocalypse. The show debuted in 2018, and in November 2020, Netflix renewed the series for a third season in 2021. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Celebmania. So today, we're gonna have a look at the 10 Umbrella Academy theories that actually make sense. Make sure you stay until the end, as you don't want to miss this exciting coverage of theories circulating around the show and what to expect in the next season. So let's begin. Number 10. Gerard Way may be making a cameo. There's gotta be a deliberate intention behind the ambiguity of the Cube's casting. The showrunners have already confirmed that it will have a voice, so someone's gotta be behind it. Unsurprisingly, eyes are already shifting to the series co-creator Gerard Way, who so far has only had a series Easter egg. The recognizable voice of the My Chemical Romance frontman would make for a rather significant cameo, so it would make sense to keep it under wraps. Number 9. Infinite universes. The wildest theory is yet to come. It believes that the Commission's infinite switchboard actually hints that there are infinite parallel universes, not just one linear one. They believe that the Umbrella Academy never really stopped the apocalypse, but instead created an all-new timeline. Is it possible we'll see universe hopping in the future? Or are we all just sad that Netflix's Dark is over? This one presents the Umbrella and Sparrow Academies as existing in two distinct universes. Rather than rising from altered timelines, they're just two academies of many. Choosing only 7 of 43 babies born in each iteration, it's entirely possible that he's experimenting in hopes of harnessing the most powerful combination. Number 8. The Cube is the Sparrow Academy's version of 5. We don't actually have any verified information on the mysterious cube, other than that it's one of these 7 children. However, that's not going to stop us from exercising our imaginations. Twitter user @UmbrellaTattoo posted an interesting theory that the cube is able to teleport in a manner similar to 5. Rather than jumping across time though, it may be capable of transcending dimensions. If the concept of experimental academies holds true, it's possible that the cube triggered an event that led to Hargreaves' hesitation towards allowing 5 to time jump. This one could debatably hold up, even in the context of the last theory. Given that Harlan has only been cast as a child so far, Way could certainly play his adult form. More significantly though, it's been theorized that he could appear in the form of the cube. While we love the concept, there are 2 key hindrances. For one, the cube's name is Christopher. Second, Harlan wasn't born with the rest of the superhero children in 1989. Given Hargreaves' propensity for secrets, though, it's possible that he adopted the cube under suspected circumstances. Number 7. The Sparrow Academy was created in response to the Umbrella Academy. A popular theory is that Reginald Hargreaves created the new academy because he was utterly disappointed by the band of misfits he met in 1963. Hargreaves purposely chose 6 new kids to raise, which includes Ben because Hargreaves never saw him. He gets the academy he always wanted, and as a result never dies to reunite them for Vanya's apocalypse. There are also theories that Ben sports a scar because he nearly died in the same accident, but his new teammates' professionalism prevented it from being fatal. Not only does new Ben seem like a total jerk, but when fans are convinced that the Sparrow Academy as a whole is a much darker iteration of the Umbrella Academy. Because the real Grace breaks it off with Hargreaves in Season 2, they theorize that the Sparrow siblings grow up without Hargreaves building the robotic version of her. Grace separated from Reginald, which would make the Sparrow Academy a dark, vigilante, or anti-hero group. Grace was the only positive authority figure the Umbrella Academy had growing up. This would go against the source material though, as the Sparrow Academy saves and heals the Umbrella Academy in the Hotel Oblivion comic. Though shows based on books have taken creative liberties with the content even before, so it would be surprising if the creators do the same thing with Umbrella Academy. Number 6. Harlan is a Sparrow Academy member and becomes a villain. Vanya was the cause of the apocalypse twice, so it's unsurprising that people have alternatively theorized that Harlan becomes a villain with Vanya's powers. Rather than helping to create the Sparrow Academy, there are also suggestions that Hargreaves creates it to stop Harlan. While this seems like a possibility, it would be in pretty poor taste to make the only autistic character on the show evil. At the end of Season 2, Harlan is seen floating a wooden toy in the air, which looks suspiciously like a sparrow. That image has led several viewers to theorize that Harlan later becomes a member of the Sparrow Academy. By the time the Umbrella Academy arrives in 2019, though, Harlan would be around 60 years old, so it's unlikely he's one of the silhouettes we see. Perhaps he creates the Sparrow Academy with Reginald Hargreaves, or becomes a member of its first class. Number 5. The Umbrella Academy has to face the Sparrow Academy, but not how you'd immediately think. This theory addresses the potential of alternate versions of the Umbrella Academy children. If Hargreaves selectively avoided the babies he met as adults, then we can imagine that they're still out there. This means that we might see them in a villainous capacity in respect to the Sparrow Academy. However, this concept has limitations due to its wide geographical distribution. Something would have to happen to bring the original group together in this timeline. This is one of the most popular theories regarding the events of the show's second season. It's widely assumed that the original Academy's decision to reveal themselves to Reginald Hargreaves in 1963 significantly altered the timeline. Given that Hargreaves didn't receive a great first impression of his future children, it's reasonable that he'd avoid them while rounding up his superhero collective in 1989. The exception was, of course, being Ben, who was absent from the dinner short of brief outbursts through Klaus. Number 4. Pogo and Ben are alive. Dr. Phineas Pogo is a talking male chimp associated with the monocle. He is Reginald's closest assistant. In Season 2, a younger version of Pogo appears in 1963, which is treated like a son by Reginald and Grace. Despite being a sympathizer of Vanya, he's murdered after his transformation into the white violin as a test of her power against the Academy. There are theories circulating that he may be back, but that a new Pogo will likely be more harsh and aggressive if Ben's new attitude has any indication. Pogo may himself be a member of the Sparrow Academy. Another long-shot theory that came out recently is that Ben's spiritual form has aged. Even if Klaus had reimagined him, the form would be unlikely to match the present Ben in the Sparrow Academy. Thus, it seems possible that he never died at all. As he did with Vanya, Hargreaves may have simply drugged and isolated him due to the strength of his power. The Sparrow Academy version of Ben may therefore be relatively weaker or more subdued. Number 3. Lila goes back in time. The biggest reveal of the season is that Lila is actually one of the 43 kids born in October 1st, 1989. The handler adopted her after killing her parents. So one popular theory is that Lila uses a commissioned briefcase to time travel and save them. When asked about the theory by Elle, Lila's actor Ritu Arya said, "I love it, that makes complete sense to me." Number 2. Hazel is a genius. Remember Hazel, the commissioned assassin who defected to live out a life with the donut waitress? One theory is that his brief contact with Five was all an elaborate plan to undo the 2019 apocalypse. He carefully plotted out what information to give Five so they'd eventually meet up with Hargreaves, thus compelling him to create the Sparrow Academy without Vanya and avoid the apocalypse. Number 1. Harlan is the source of the Sparrow Academy's powers. We're still in the dark regarding the exact nature of the births behind the Umbrella Academy. However, as an ardent fan pointed out, an event caused by Harlan's derived abilities may very well be the driving factor behind the births and power dissemination. This could therefore lead to the creation of the Sparrow Academy, and potentially the Umbrella Academy as well. Harlan's telekinetic demonstration in the Season 2 finale, during which he lifted a wooden bird, further gave evidence of this theory. And while you're here, go ahead and check out one of these 2 videos on your screen. We'll see you there.